This is my YouTube studio setup that I made in one day. Let me show you how to do it. Alrighty, so welcome to my office, what's soon to be the YouTube studio. So normally right here, this is my simulator. This is where I practice my drifting, my driving skills, all that kind of stuff. Basically just a sim rig right now. But this is going to be the backdrop to the YouTube studio. I figured the lights on the computer is gonna look pretty cool. I have the RGB lights that I'm gonna be putting behind the shelving unit. Once we get everything kind of set up, it's gonna look really good. The lighting in here is terrible. We got two windows right here, this one light that doesn't look that good, and that's where those studio lights are really gonna come in handy. So I'm gonna set you guys down. We're gonna start setting everything up, and I'm gonna walk you through what I'm doing. Okay, so first up, we gotta start setting up these lights. We already put this one together already, so I'm gonna do this one first. Pretty simple. I think you just extend these up. You just clamp them shut to whatever you want the height to be, and that's basically it. Just make sure you can plug it into the wall somewhere. And then the box should mount right on top. I think it's gonna be pretty easy to pop these on and off. Oh, sorry Arizona, my dog is just always all over the place. Like I said, everything's adjustable on these, which is nice. So you have two different type of mounting options. You can mount it horizontally like this or vertically. So since this is going to be on my face, this one's going to be right in front of me on like the side to kind of give a shine and then add some depth. So I'm going to mount this one vertically so it gets my whole entire body, and then hopefully we can use the other one to light the backdrop just a little bit. If not, we're gonna see. We're gonna test it out. All right, so that looks about good for right now. We're gonna go ahead and set this one up to the side. Let's go ahead and turn it on and see what it looks like. All right, so we got it plugged in. Ooh, and there we go. Just from this light, I think you can see the, the dramatic difference that it puts with just the quality of the video. So we're gonna set this one up. I'm gonna put one in the corner and just leave it on. That way it's a little more easy to watch. And then we're gonna start setting up everything else. Alrighty, so I just threw up that other light. Now it's time to start getting some other stuff ready. So I'm gonna set this down real quick. Alright, so if you end up going with these, real simple, just take off all the tags. For this little hood thing that we're gonna wanna take off, just unscrew this bolt right here, and then this clip is just gonna come right off. This, all we have to do is unscrew it. Comes right off. This little plastic thing, the little sticker, we're gonna take this off too, because if it's hanging from the ceiling, we don't want a big white sticker right on the pendant light, because that just would not look good. So we're gonna clean this up a little bit, make sure it looks nice, and then throw the light bulb on. For the light, I went with the Edison bulb. Since these aren't going to be for actual lighting, it's just to hang in the background and look cool. What's called key lighting. The Edison bulbs actually look like this when you turn them on. And then I also got the Wi-Fi ones. So just like these studio lights, these are going to be adjustable as well. So you can change the temperature of the bulb and also the brightness of the bulb. So once you have your light bulb, just screw it on, and that's basically it. That's all we're going to be doing. So for a total of $10 for the bulb and then $7 for the light, $17 instead of paying $65, $70, that's a steal. So we're gonna be hanging these up right up here somewhere. We're gonna test it around and see what looks best, but I want one on each side. We might do a little offset, or we might do two on one side, who knows. Before we get to these bulbs and hang these, I'm gonna go ahead and start setting up the RGB lights. It's gonna be going right underneath the shelf, add a little color to the desk, and hopefully a little bit of that spills over onto my shoulders too. But let's go throw those up and see what it actually looks like. This is adjustable, so whatever size you wanna do, you measure it out, and then you literally just cut this. And these are also very bright, so you don't need a lot. This one strip underneath the shelf is going to be plenty of light. It's probably going to be overkill, so we're going to have to turn it down a little bit so it's not too distracting, but these things really do kick off a lot of light. I just want to say too, also, I've never done this before. I have an idea of what I'm doing, and I think it's the right way, but also if I do something wrong, don't get mad at me because I'm no professional. I'm just some guy on YouTube, so there you go. Alrighty, don't have scissors, but I do have tin shears. Hopefully that'll work. And then also, when you cut these, it shows you exactly where you need to cut too. At least I think that's what the little scissor and line mark means. So we're gonna cut it right there. And that's it. All right, I plugged them in. Let's see if they turn on. Ah! I think that looks all right. So I think that's gonna look pretty good. Obviously we can adjust the brightness, turn it down, turn it up, and then also change the colors to, I don't know, different things. So I'm gonna leave that on. I'm gonna throw the stuff back up there. And what's next? The light bulbs. We're gonna see if we can get those hung, kind of mock up where we wanna put them, and then kind of go from there. All right, so for these pendant lights, I was planning on hanging them from the ceiling, but I don't know if that would look too good, so I might just end up hanging it from underneath this shelf. I think that would, it might look better, so we're gonna kind of mock it up, hang them down, and see what it looks like, because I don't want to go through all the work of hanging it from the ceiling and then it looks stupid, you know? Maybe something like that? I think that might look cool. Okay, so I think we have everything pretty much set up. I'm gonna go ahead and adjust the lighting just a little bit, get everything where I want to, and then I'll show you exactly where I put everything, because it's gonna be kind of a little bit of a learning curve, because it's a new space. Lighting's different everywhere, so you kind of just have to figure it out. So I'm gonna take a couple of minutes and figure out where I want to put everything, and then we'll go over with like the final product. Welcome to the finished product. Obviously it's not perfect, but man, for one day putting together a YouTube studio, I think this turned out fantastic. Spent a little over $100 on the whole entire setup. I got one main light that's right, maybe 11 o'clock in front of me. This is going to be that main light giving the shadow on the other side of the face. And this package deal was around 80 bucks. So we have two lights, one behind me, one in front of me. This one is called a hair light. So what this is gonna do is actually shine a little bit, maybe on top of my head, shine my hair a little bit, kind of make me stand out from the background. The color behind me on that shelf, that's also something that is supposed to make you stand out, and add a little bit of depth as well. I have those two lights, those are pendant lights. Those are hanging out behind my head to give a little orange glow, to kind of put some focus around me as well. Other than that, that's pretty much all we did. As long as you have a desk or something in the background, I really wouldn't recommend doing a green screen. I just like the real look of having a backdrop. So, lights, pendant lights, RGB lights, that's pretty much it. The last thing I haven't mentioned yet is audio. So right now I am using the Rode shotgun mic that's on top of my camera, but when I'm filming these talking head videos, I'm going to be using a lav mic. I'll go ahead and plug that in now so you guys can hear the audio difference. It should be a little bit better quality, and since I'm not moving around on the go like my vlog stuff, that lavalier mic is really gonna help out. So let's plug that in right now. Alrighty, I just hooked up the lav mic. As you can see, it is right next to my throat. This is also really cheap. So I think I picked up this mic for about 20 bucks, something like that. I'll throw one down in the description as well. I'll have a link to pretty much everything here. I'll have a link to the lights, the microphone. I'll throw some LEDs down there that you can get on Amazon. And then the pendant lights. I'll put as much in the description as I can. So if you want to, make sure to click down below and get your stuff for your YouTube studio, because this is what this video is about, for you guys to start setting up your things, start getting those videos out, and just to have fun with it. I had a lot of fun setting this up. Even though it was my first time, I think it turned out pretty fantastic. Alrighty, that is going to end it for today. If you liked the video, hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. I'm going to be posting 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, all car related stuff except for this, which is kind of a YouTube setup. but hey, I had to set it up and I wanted to show you guys. So anyways, that's gonna do it for the video. Hope to see you in the next one.